Moviegoers! It is always so good to see you front row center, chatting it up through the previews. I see you there. It is Wednesday night, and you know what that means. On Wednesday... Oops, I forgot. I am your host, Anna Roisman, HQ's own queen of your screen, babe. Yes, I am. And it is time for a very exciting HQ Trivia movie night. What a night to roll up to this beautiful red carpet. We just had the Emmys and now we got movie night, you know. Tonight we are dialing the clock back to the early aughts. I'm talking 10 to 20 years ago, and you ought to know that that means I am testing your knowledge on the movies of the 2000s. Oh yes, we are. If the year of the release starts with 200, it is fair play tonight. So that's like 2000 to 2009. That's what we're doing. Great fashion then too. I bet you know the routine by now also. 12 questions will be projected onto the screen of your pocket-sized Cineplex. So cute. Answer them all correctly and you will be even more of a winner than you've always been. And you're gonna split that prize pot of $5,000. Beautiful. That sounds great. But now, of course, there's more. That's from Scream. There's an even more exciting way to play, one that debuted just a week ago right here on Movie Night. If you were here with me, you made history. That is buying a VIP ticket. It is your instant limo service to a very exclusive premiere party tonight that is playing for higher stakes. So tonight, we are going a little bigger with the prize. The VIP pot tonight is a record of $2,750. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of money. And we are capping entries at 250 players. So that is a tight entourage splitting up that prize money. Now tap right now to guarantee your seat. You can get in there. You see how much money they're winning these days? Woo! Hundreds of dollars. That's a lot. Plus a VIP party afterwards. Sounds pretty hot. Once the room is full though, no more players are getting in, and we will need at least 200 VIP players, or we will have to cancel it. I don't want this party to be canceled, so I highly recommend you come in the room, hang out, you know, maybe get a little champagne, maybe get a massage. I don't know what goes on in there. I haven't been there myself, but I've been watching and it looks fun. So get in there, see what all the festival buzz is about, especially here on Movie Night. It's gonna be a lot of money. But it wouldn't be a star-studded event without a cause to support, of course. And as part of our week of helping out in the Pacific Northwest, this includes both the Washington and Oregon regions. Tonight, we are looking out for the Oregon Food Bank, connecting food to hungry people since 1988. The bank collects food from farmers, manufacturers, sellers, individual donors, and government sources, then redistributes it through a statewide network of 21 regional food banks and over 1,400 food assistance sites serving all of Oregon. In the belief that everyone deserves healthy, fresh food, they also advocate for real change from lawmakers and educate the public to become more self-reliant and healthy. So we are donating 5 cents for every person playing tonight to the Oregon Food Bank. That's a lot of players right now, I see. Every little bit helps, and you can visit them at OregonFoodBank.org if you'd like to learn more and even give a little. Anything helps them. I know they will greatly appreciate it, and that's very nice of you. Now, are you ready to time travel to the start of the millennium when, we were still relieved that Y2K was like no big deal, when highlights were chunky for the first time, and when Bennifer became a household movie star name? Well, pop open a bottle of Pepsi Blue, turn on one of those newfangled flat screen TVs, yeah, those came out in the 2000s, because we are about to watch some old school classics, and here we go with question number 1. How did Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith end? Big dance number, Darth Vader revealed, Yoda eats a popsicle. It's hard to come up with a bang-up ending for one movie. Try closing a whole trilogy, but Lucas managed it with the dramatic reveal of a fully costumed Darth Vader. Ooh, check him out. He is my father. Is he your father? Let's see if you got Darth Vader revealed. 60,677. You got it. You know your Star Wars. I've done Star Wars games with the HQ universe before, and you love it. I honestly would have liked to see that dance number. right? The dance number in Star Wars? I mean, maybe episode 10. I watched all 3 of the first Star Wars in quarantine. I'm still so proud of that. Moving on to Q2. Chicken Run largely drew its plot from what earlier film? Chariots of Fire, The Great Escape, or Watership Down? It copies the story and even the original movie's soundtrack in a version of the story that kids can enjoy. Yep, Chicken Run's just an animal remake of The Great Escape. Did you escape it? Oh, some of you did. Some of you escaped that and you got it right. 53,662. Congrats to you. And if you didn't get that one, if you accidentally, left the Great Escape answer, you can still buy back into the game using Extra Life. It's weird how they thought that meat processing was more kid-friendly. I don't know about that. If I understood it, probably would have become a vegetarian. Right now, we are moving on to question number 3. In 2002's Spider-Man, what kind of spider bites Peter Parker? Extraterrestrial, genetically designed, or radioactive? In the 1960s comics, the spider was radioactive, but Spidey reflects the anxieties of his time, and by 2002, there was more concern about genetic designing. Take a look at this.
Into these 15 genetically designed super spiders.
Oh, did you get it? Genetically designed was the answer. Woo! I knew it. I thought it was going to happen. I know that was a tough one because radioactive was from the comics. Genetically designed. That was savage. That was a savage question on the red carpet of the night. Woo! Oh, I'm sad to see you go, but I'd love to see you come back. I really would, because we're early in the game. We're only on Q3. And well done if you got that. But remember, with great nerdiness comes great responsibility. And I would know as a nerd. Moving on to Q4. You can still come back into this game. We're only on Q4. We got a lot more movies to cover. Which film featured the quote, "My friends, you bow to no one"? Avatar, Passion of the Christ, Return of the King. You can definitely interpret this line a few different ways, whether it's an uprising or honor, but it was delivered by Aragorn in Return of the King.
My friends, you bow to no one.
HQties, you bow to no one. But did you get it right? 25,815. Woo! Some of you came back into that game. I love to see it. You returned. It's the return of the game right now. That's what we're calling this. Oh, it's so great. The hobbits were so brave that they were just like above all of that bowing, and that's respect. Mad respect from the hobbits. Moving on to Q5, if you're still alive in the movie Hive. The actor who played George in Erin Brockovich played what Batman villain later in the decade? Joker, Scarecrow, Two-Face. It's quite a leap from Julia Roberts' love interest to a grotesque supervillain, but Aaron Eckhart pulled it off as both George and Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face. Ooh, the eye always scares me. Two-Face is the answer. Two-Face, more than 20,000, not 2 people. 20,098, you got it right on Two-Face. That's sometimes what they call Geminis, two-faced, but we're prettier. Almost all boyfriends, though, are grotesque supervillains at some point. They kind of work together hand in hand at some point in the relationship. I'm so sorry to all my exes who are playing tonight. You're not two-faced. No, but are you in the game? Who knows? Q6. Which movie in the Ice Age series was not released in the 2000s? Continental Drift, Dawn of the Dinosaurs, The Meltdown. Even a great series like Ice Age can blur together after a while. So, did you remember that we had to wait until 2012 to see Continental Drift? Because we did. We had to wait 13,016! You drifted in the right direction. You got it right. It's a beautiful story. Do you know it even went to a 5th film, Collision Course? There's a lot of Ice Age movies out there. I'm frozen in time. I haven't seen that one, the last one. Moving on to Q7. Who is not killed in a 2000s Harry Potter film? Albus, Remus, or Sirius? The film series started in the 2000s and ran into the next decade. So since they all died, it's a lot asking who was last to be killed, right? In Deathly Hallows 2, it was Remus Lupin. Who got Remus? 12,015. I knew that would be an easy one for you. I know we've got a lot of Harry Potter fans in the HQ universe. You love a good Harry Potter game. Whew, that was a really violent movie too, right? That was even one where Harry died for a little while. Spoiler alert. But you know what? By now, you probably knew that. Moving on to question number 8. What album does Patrick hold up in the Huey Lewis sequence of American Psycho? 4, Picture This, Sports. You ever listen to Huey Lewis in the News? Well, you should to know this one. Patrick holds up for their most accomplished album. Here it is.
You like Huey Lewis in the News?
There it is. It was quick. But if you know the movie, you know it. And did you know it? Let's see. Ooh, it was a little bit of a savage question. That was a American Psycho Savage, if you ask me. 1,717.76 if you got it right. And you know what? That is a big number. That's actually a very weird number to have who did get it right, you know, thinking back on American history. 1776. Big year. Woo! You know, with that undisputed masterpiece, that was just, you know, a coincidence. With that undisputed masterpiece, hip to be square, what a weird choice for a maniac in American Psycho, right? Whew, you can still come back in, still use those extra lives. We're only on Q9, and I'm feeling fine in the 2000s. Which piece of Eastern cinema features live octopus eating and a painful fight involving a hammer? Dark Water, The Host, Old Boy. This director really holds nothing back. That's South Korea's Park Chan-wook. It's a lot to take in, but you won't forget the original Old Boy. 4,771. You got it right. No one here's an old boy. You're a young girl and young boy. You got it right on Q9. Maybe they should have used the hammer on the octopus though, right? That makes sense, you know? Combine the two. We only need a little bit of violence. Moving on to Q10. Which of these films was not nominated for Best Picture Oscar? Children of Men, Lost in Translation, Up. Half of the excitement of the nominations is getting outraged by the snubs. And a lot of people were bummed that there was no Best Picture nod for Alfonso Cuarón's Children of Men. Children of Men, 3,416. You got it right on Children of Men. It's a great drama, and it was a great use of single-shot sequences. But you know what? Alfonso Cuarón, he finally got that Oscar for Best Picture, and that was for Roma. Did you see Roma? Again, amazing single-shot sequences. And we're going on to Q11. We are at the penultimate question. You're gonna like this one. Before Shrek was given a Scottish accent, Mike Myers recorded dialogue with an accent from where? Australia, North America, Europe. They really worked on this movie. First, Chris Farley was cast as Shrek. Then Mike Myers moved into the part. Then the way he said, then one day he said, let's start animating again because I want a Scottish accent instead of this Canadian accent, which means North America is the answer, 2,964. You got it right. Hey, where are my Canadians at? Are you in the chat there? I want to see some Canadian flags. I see you there. I know you're there, and I want to hear, you know, I want to hear the words that Shrek would have said. He would have been like, hey, it's me, Shrek, eh? Want to know about me? It's a boot, a green Shrek. Is that a word? I'm trying so hard with my Canadian accent. I'd like to see the movie with a Canadian accent. But right now, you know what time it is? It is time for the final question of the night. This is it. This is where you take your phones out if you're not playing anymore. film your loved ones, your friends, your family members. I want to see, I love watching you win HQ Trivia, and right now is the time. If you're going to get this question right, oh, it's so fun to document it and post it, and I get to repost it. I get to cry all night. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful moment. This is for big money, especially if you are a VIP player. This is for even bigger money. So everybody take a deep breath for Q12. In Slumdog Millionaire, the final game-winning question is about what? Geography, literature, or music? Speaking of final game-winning questions, huh? This just got very meta. There's a lot of suspense in this movie, just like right now, if you're still in the game with me. But much of the tension is released when Jamal wins by naming Aramis as the third musketeer of literature. Literature is the final answer in tonight's 2000s movie night, and we've got 2,594 winners in HQ Trivia, baby. You just did it. Get on that rocket ship. We're going to celebrate at the after party. Put on your dress. Put on some heels. Everybody get ready. Woo! This is so great. That was a tough game, dude. Oh my gosh, there's so many it's raining Canadian flags right now in the chat. Shout out to all my Canadian players, all the Canadian HQties. Oh my goodness, we had 2,534 winners tonight, and guess what? Those of you who played VIP, oh, it's VIP for a reason. I want to shout out $119.56. Big shout out to Ruby Mars, Reverie, DJ Rob X, Scrappy 434, Tony SCV, Tony CSCV, Jupiter Brand, Prosecution, Real Life Die, Dr. Sultan. Congratulations to all of you. $119.56. That's so much money in an HQ Trivia game. Woo! You did it! You won the money. The money is yours. You know how to bring it on, and you were best in show. You really were tonight. Award-winning performances all around to everybody. You're always a winner though when you incorporate some HQ into your evening. You really are. And we do it every night, and tomorrow night is no different. Money flipping Matt Richards will be back with regular HQ Trivia, so come on by. I know he'd love to see you. He told me. And don't forget the amazing charity that I mentioned earlier, the Oregon Food Bank, fighting hunger out west on many fronts. They are at OregonFoodBank.org. You can check them out right here. Give a little if you can, especially if you won $119. Oh my goodness, that's so much money. Thank you so much for making another movie night oh so fetch. It's so fetch. I've been your host, almost famous, Anna Roisman, and I'm signing off. You know what? Actually, I made a mistake. I'm Ron Burgundy. Stay classy, HQ Universe. Good night!